Lanikia, and you are watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the General Hospital edition for the date of April the 8th, 2022. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, I have work from home videos on the channel, so if you're looking to work from home, check those out as well. All right, guys. So let's just get into this episode. Now, normally I do most to least interested, but I mean, to me, honestly, this was all a wash. I mean, it was a good episode, so I give it like a 7. But they were like, I was interested in everything pretty much going on. There were a few that kind of lagged, but pretty much it was a solid episode. Just to get them out of the way because they're over in a different country. I'm gonna go with okay, so we see Jennifer and Valentine, who is still playing this French naval officer. So she asks him, "What are you doing?" And he said, when she comes out the shower, she asks him, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I dropped his phone, and I don't want you thinking that I can't handle something so delicate and everything." So they're still continuing to flirt. She doesn't even think about him being near her safe or anything. Now, while this is going on, Anna and Felicia are talking because Felicia's came as well. And they are talking about how Anna is, she's known, so she can't go undercover really because she could get made. So Felicia is going to be helping her. And as they're speaking about everything about where the Ice Princess could be, who could be behind it, how could Victor be involved, they actually see a man named Beeman who works with the WSB. And Anna was like, okay, I know him. So she tells Felicia, hold on just a second. So she goes over to him and he says they have the whereabouts. They have a good idea where the Princess Diamond is. And so they say, okay, so Anna's like, okay, then I want in. I want to know about it too. And so at first he doesn't want to, but she was like, I would get clearance, and going through all that red tape when you could have just told me yes. And he was like, all right, fine. So he tells her, we know where it is and everything, and we're gonna go to arrest the person now. So Felicia stays back, and Anna and the WSB go to arrest the person that they believe has the diamond. And so they go and it's Jennifer's room. And so they knock on the door and it's Anna who's talking or whatever. And Valentine, he knows Anna. So he hears her voice or whatever. They say it's WSB, and she's like, Jennifer, she's not worried about anything. She said, let me go and check out what they want. So she opens the door and she was like, I was entertaining someone, but when they go inside, that someone is gone. Valentine has sneaked away. And so they say, so Beeman, and they're all like, check the safe, so they go check the safe. And y'all remember when she went into the room, all she put in there was that little red thing. There was no diamond in there. But when they check the safe, the diamond is there. And she says, whoa, 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 this is a mistake. I'm here to auction on the diamond. I'm not here to, I didn't have it already. And they said, they talk about, Luke's murder because she wanted the diamond. And she was like, no, I loved Luke. And we know from her phone conversations, she had a diamond and she loved Luke. She's made it very clear she had a lot of affection towards him. So, but the WSB wants to wrap this case up. So they're like, we just gonna follow this little evidence and call it a day. But Anna's like, I'm not so sure about this. And then Felicia, she hears a man asking for a way to the mainland. What's the next boat out? And so Felicia has made friends with the bartender and everything. And so he tells her, yeah, that's the man that was with Jennifer. And now he wants to get out out of the mainland or whatever. So later on, Anna joins Felicia and she tells her what the bartender told her. And Anna's just like, it was too tidy. It was wrapped up too nice and tidy. And they both agree that they think Jennifer had real feelings for Luke. So they don't think she was the one who did it. But they're saying, could Victor have sent someone over to make it look like it was someone from, it was Jennifer, and so they could try to set her up. But they said, what we have to do is find that man, the French naval officer. And of course, Valentine is hearing all this and he takes off that fake mustache and he sneaks off. So that was it with Anna Felicia and Jennifer and Valentine on the storyline today. So then moving right along, let's go to Sonny and Scott. So Sonny is at his office and Scott barges in and he's just like, I need to talk to you. And Frank is like, wait a minute. Like, you can't just come in here. And Sonny's like, it's okay. But he tells Scott, this is an unwelcome surprise. What do you want? And he tells him, I'm going to subpoena you to be a character witness for Nina. And because she's, filed for custody to see Wiley visitation. And Sonny's like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's cool. She's already told me that. And so then Scott starts talking to Sonny, and he pretty much tells Sonny, you're in a lose-lose situation because you're going to lose your son if you keep siding with Nina. But if you don't help Nina also, then she would realize she's just another one of your many. And Sonny's just like, dang, I had you fooled, or you had me fooled. I thought you were just some random I guess lawyer or whatever. You did what you did in Pennsylvania. And I was like, but that's a fluke. It might be a fluke. He said, but now I see I had you fooled or whatever. And I think he said something like, you're gonna get what's coming to you or something. I don't know what Sonny mean by that because they got him so many different characters on here. It's ridiculous, but I don't know. So that was it pretty much with Sonny and Scott. He was just telling Scott was just telling Sonny, you're gonna end up losing. Either way, you're gonna lose this. Girl. So then we go to, who else was on there, y'all? So then So then let's go with Curtis. Curtis is at his club, and the bartender is like, Curtis, and he was like, he's distracted because he is worried about whatever it is that Marshall has going on. So then Miss Wu shows up, and the bartender was like, we're closed. But Curtis is like, no, I got an order coming. Can you go check on that? So she goes to the back to check on this. And Ms. Wu is like, okay, you changed your mind, so something about your position has changed, but it don't matter. That's your business. I just want your club two nights out of a month. And Curtis says, okay, you can get my club. It's not gonna be no 2 nights out of a month. It's gonna be less than that. And she says, well, when I give a week notice, I should be able to get the club. And he said, if I'm not booked for something already. And she's like, okay, Curtis, because she wants the reputation of the club to be able to get these people there to gamble. And he just tells her no drugs and nothing illegal at his club because he does not want to any kind of trouble with Sonny. And she was like, I've already made the connections with Sonny and everything, and we're on the same page with this deal. And he said, well, I need you to get some information for me. And she's like, what you need? And so he told her, I need a sealed record. Marshall's file is sealed. And he like, I need somebody to get it, and I'm asking you to get it for me. She's like, I'm gonna see what I can do. He says, okay, so if you can't get it for me, then this whole deal is off the line. We're not doing anything. She gonna get it for him, y'all know. And so he finally agrees to the deal or whatever. And as he's agreeing to it, we see Nina. Nina shows up, and Nina's like, Miss Wu, I can't seem to keep seeing you around. And she's like, oh, we're talking about a party. And she was like, what kind of party? And she says, a family reunion. Bye, Miss Wu. So she goes ahead and leaves, and Nina just tells Curtis, you do not need to get in business with these type of people. What is it? What's going on? If I could help, I'll help you. I do like Nina and Curtis like relationship or whatever, like they're just friends. I do like that. Lord knows Nina needs them because it's not that many people that like her. Even in the y'all Instagram and stuff, y'all can't stand Nina. I'm like, I like her. But anyways, so Nina and Curtis just talking. She tells him, if you need something, just let me know. But then she also tells him she needs a character witness. And of course he agrees to do it because he says, seeing what everything that Trina is going through has made him really want to put protection around the family. So Nina asks him, how is Trina? And he's like, Trina's strong, but Portia is a wreck and everything. So Nina just was like, if you need something, let me know. But going down the path with the woos and of the world and everything, that's not it. But they're friends. He gonna be a character witness and all that. So that's it with Nina, as far as Nina and Curtis. So then Curtis goes home, right? And he sees Marshall is still there. So Marshall has been there because Curtis ran off, and part of Marshall wanted to know what he run off for. And so plus Aunt Stella is there. So he told, and he was bonding with Trina. So he was like, asked Portia, could he stay longer? Marshall did. And she was like, yeah, because she had just came out. She had came inside and she was telling reporters, like, get off my property. This is private property. I'm going to call the police or whatever. So that's another reason why he stayed. So Trina just flirting around the house and everything. But Marshall and Trina, excuse me, Portia is, but Marshall and Trina are talking. And they have good conversations. She just tells her, like, because she's thinking about pleading guilty, taking a plea deal, because she's like, this is putting so much stress on my family and everything. If I just take this deal, it could be over. She said, now, it's not guaranteed that I won't do jail time, but if I take the deal, Cam and Josh can start getting on with their lives. My mom and everyone won't be so stressed on Stella. Like, look at how Stella, he was like, baby, that didn't have anything to do with you, like on Stella's stress. And he tells her, he said, I was in the similar situation. Now he was guilty. He said, you was innocent, implying that he was guilty. But he made a choice to, go away from his family. And she said, you said that wasn't the right choice. He says, well, he thought it would be less painful, excuse me, and everything for them. But all he was thinking about was himself and everything he lost. Now he sees everything they lost. Don't do it, Trina. Don't do it. But anyways, that's pretty much what they were talking about. And then Curtis comes in, and Curtis is just looking like, what is he still doing here? He's like, he stayed, and she was like, yes. And I'm so glad he's been bonding with Trina and everything. And Curtis is just like, mm-mm. I don't know, like. I don't know. Just find out what's going on. I thought you and Drew were on the right track to finding out what's going on. Like, Curtis, you could have did this stuff like the right way. Like, went through the right properties to get it done. But I don't know. I don't like this whole thing with Curtis and Miss Wu, but it is what it is. Moving right along. So speaking of Nina and Curtis earlier, speaking of Nina, we see we see Willow and Michael talking. Now, before this, Willow is with Harmony, and Harmony keeps getting messages from Brandon. Now, y'all know that's Neil's brother, right? That she killed. And so she keeps getting messages from him, and he's like, oh, I think this information I got, Willow would really want to know about or whatever. And so she like, okay, Willow, because Willow was like, Mama, who is this one? Like, it seems like it's an important. And she was like, because they keep hitting you up. And she was like, oh, it's nothing. So when he tells her he's about to call Willow because he has information she would want to know, she's like, I gotta go. So she bolts out, and Michael is like, whoa, what happened? She says, I don't know, something's going on with her. But anyways, Willow and Michael just talk about Nina and how Smoltz is going to do a 5-article series on Nina, and they really just want to trash her name in public opinion. That's what they really want to do. They just want to trash her name. So even if the courts say maybe she could have visitations or anything, that the public opinion would be like, oh, she's horrible. She's a horrible person. He said, now we do gotta look for that she might hit back with Scott Baldwin. She might hit back. And he was like, obviously they're not going to go after my dad because she has a connection to him. He said, but they could go after your mom and my mom. And Willow's just like, oh my gosh, I don't care what y'all say. I cannot stand these two. I can't stand them. But anyways, they're just like, okay, I'm gonna Willow's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about all this, but we really tried, and Nina's not a good person, and it is what it is. We're gonna have to fight this, and we're just gonna trash her in public, and everyone's gonna know and everything. And do y'all know who your parents are? That's all I can think about. Like, what are y'all talking about? Anything that Nina has done like Carly and Son, especially Sonny and Harmony. Oh my God, you don't even know who you talking dealing with Harmony. Like, oh my gosh. But anyways, good luck with that, because I think this is gonna backfire. I think this is seriously gonna backfire on them. They're thinking that that this is gonna be a win for them. I mean, at the end of the day, it won't even matter, because we see that Harmony is talking to Brandon. And he told her, I saw your file because I knew you were a patient of my brother's, and I saw your file. And she said, that is private. You know, there are HIPAA laws. And he said, well, it was in a safe deposit box or security box. And he got all the information. And he said, I didn't know what a treasure I was holding on to until I went through them. He said, after I was at Alexa's office and I saw who you, and I heard your name, I was like, that sounds familiar. So he said, I went through your files, and I know Willow is not yours. And as a matter of fact, I know Nina had twins. See, after Nina gave birth, she was in a coma, so she don't know. So he said, I know Nina had twins. So Nell was her child, but Willow was too. And he says, and she said, I did not steal, because he told her, you stole that baby. And she said, no, I didn't. I did not steal that baby. Her grandmother gave it to me. He said, but Nina didn't consent to that. She was in no position. She was in a coma. How could she consent to something like that? He was like, as a matter of fact, my brother was what all that information you told him, because I guess she gave up all the dirt when she was going to counseling. He said, all that information you told him, he was actually holding it. And I think he said, knowing my brother, I think he was wondering, should he go to the police with all this information that you had given him, you know, that she had confessed to. And he was like, so I know all your little secrets now. And she was like, because he said, it's a payday. And she was like, are you looking at payday for me? I was just in there with Carly begging for another job, a second job. I'm one paycheck. I miss one paycheck and I'm living in my car. And he said, yeah, you might not have money, but that heiress that you have is she's raising, excuse me, that daughter of yours is raising a Quartermain heir, and Alexis has money. And then he told her, and Nina is an heiress. I wonder with the heiress how much she would be willing to pay for this kind of information. Well, sir, you're scum. I'm like, what are you like, you're not even doing this out of the goodness of your heart to tell the girl that you've been lied to. You're just doing it for money. I'm like, golly. But anyways, so he's just like, I wonder how much she'll pay. Now Harmony tells him, I'll put the law on you because you broke all kind of laws. And he said, I got nothing to lose. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. I have nothing to lose. You, on the other hand, do. So I suggest you come up with my money. And she says, I am not asking Alexis and Willow for money. And he's just like, yeah, you will if you don't want me to tell all your secrets. And, you know, sir, I'm going to tell you. This woman is crazy. Like, she killed your brother. In case you didn't notice, like, I don't know why you didn't put that together. All her, if she was giving all those secrets, why you didn't put together that she killed your brother? But Harmony is crazy, and the last person you want to threaten is her, because she has been living this lie, and the Lord knows what all Harmony has done, but she has been living this lie forever, and so. I just see her taking him out. I don't know. She might not, but I just see like he's a problem. He in her way. Nobody really knows about him but Alexis. I mean, what is it for her to take him out? Look what she did to Neil. That would be messed up if she took out bro brother. But like, you can't go around just blackmailing people that like clearly you saw the dirt she had on her. You know she's crazy, so you can't go around just blackmailing those type of people. But it is what it is. So he tells her that. Okay. So then Harmony, he leaves Harmony or whatever, and Michael and Willow are still sitting down talking, and they're about to leave. And Nina pulls up, and they don't say anything, but in the background of Nina, you see Brandon standing there, and it's just like, and that's how General Hospital went off today, y'all. I mean, Friday, y'all. So that was General Hospital. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.